What's up, y'all? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of He's So Honest. It's your boy, Honest. You know what? For a new topic, let's talk about outgrowing old habits and outgrowing old friends. That's a difficult thing, isn't it? To relearn patterns, to relearn old habits, to separate yourself from bad situations. And like I said, the hardest times is outgrowing old friends because you feel like you're it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable when you outgrow old friends. And sometimes those people try to tell you that you're changing, but you actually just evolving. And that's okay. Some people aren't going to understand the work that you're trying to put in. They're not going to understand that you're trying to better yourself. It's kind of like uh, it, it's uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You got so many different things pulling you here and pulling you there, and they trying to pull you back into being who you used to be, and that ain't it. You know when you outgrown it because you're sitting there, and it's times where you like, this ain't me no more. This ain't what I want to do no more. And that's okay. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you scary. Uh it doesn't make you think that you're better than anybody. And a lot of times people gonna try to do that to you. They're gonna try to pull you back down by claiming that you think that you're better than them. And that's crazy because these are the people that you think that you spend so much time around. You would think that they want the best for you, but in actuality they just don't want you to do better than them. Like I said, you gonna have friends that you think are friends, and some people only contact you to make themselves feel better. Because like I said, you sometimes you're just gonna be that little person on that they can always call to feel better about themselves. And they'll bring up old problems, and they'll bring up old situations, and they'll constantly try to promote that, hey, you were better off this way. And it's not really, it's just you were a part of the group and you didn't stand out. And you make them feel, by you trying to be better, you make them feel lesser. And you're not doing that on purpose. It is what it is. It's a natural part of life. It's a natural part of growth. And don't if your spirit or your energy is telling you that I need something different in my life, then listen to yourself. Because look at what they doing. Look at the old people that you used to hang with. They may have done you wrong so many times, or they may have just put you in so many bad situations, and you've allowed it just so you could feel the need to have people. But now you've outgrown that situation. It doesn't please you anymore. It doesn't give you the understanding. You questioning, I can't believe this is me. And that's just a part of life. That's a part of learning. All right, so the next time you out, like I know sometimes, and y'all see it, sometimes you out and you'll see somebody you haven't seen in a while, and they just want to jump back into their old conversations and the old habits, and you just like, nah, bro, I'm not even on that. Or, nah, girl, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Your spirit is telling you, nah, this ain't me no more. But then you go and do it anyway. And you feel guilty. You feel guilty, but you owe yourself more than that. You owe yourself more than that because they're not gonna give it to you. They're not gonna help you get any better. They don't want to. They don't want you to get better. So you have to separate yourself from them. And sometimes you think, oh, I can just hang for a little bit. I can just from time to time. But no, you have to break away from that. You have to. If they're not on the same, what they call it, they're not on the same frequency as you wasting time. Why lower yourself, like they say, why dumb yourself down to be around other people? Why lower your own frequency just to go back into a place where you already know where it's going to end up? It's okay. You can love, a wise man told me, you can love people from a distance, and that's what you got to do. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance. Some of y'all, you may have a new family, and you're being pulled, you feel like you're being pulled back into your old life, and you got a family now, or you have a relationship now, or you have a opportunity that you're working for, and those old friends, they just bring up all the negative feelings. And you know when you're around the right people, because when you around great people, they show you great energy. You feel better the more you're around them. You feel inspired, not stuck and not still and not just you're just in, you know that feeling. It's like, why the hell am I here? Why am I still? No, we're grown now. We're past that now. You're no good for me. I'm no good for you apparently. And you have to be man or woman enough to understand that. And you have to know that they're going to pull you back. Sometimes you got people who will be your friend just to sabotage you. And you know these. You know this about this person. You understand this person. You see this person. But just like, it's like sometimes dealing with friends is like growing up, you realize it's like a game. It's like you've grown up thinking that the rules to the game were how you thought they were supposed to be played, but then you see the real rules, but now you're trying to still play the game under your old rules. But years later, you can go back and say, I knew the rules of the game. I knew the real rules of the game, even though I wanted to play it my way. And sometimes that doesn't work. You know what I mean? You can't just say, okay, I'm just going to hang out this one time, because that one time is all it takes. That one time is all it takes. And when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Believe them. Somebody tell you they're over competitive. Some of your best friends is in competition with you, you don't even know it. Some of your people that you're in a relationship with is in competition and you don't even know it. Sometimes you do know it, but you feel like that's all you deserve. You have to let them people go so you can shine. You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. Because like I said, they're not going to help you. They're not. They're going to judge you. They're going to judge you. They're going to go, oh. Sometimes people just want to pull you back in so they can say, I knew he wasn't going to do it. And they'll feel pride. They'll feel energized by sabotaging you. And they'll hug you and they'll, oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But deep down, when they turn their head, they like that Michael Jackson picture. They like, you know what I mean? Y'all remember on Thriller when he, and then he turned. That's how they really are. And you got to separate yourselves from them. You have to cut that part off. You know what I mean? They're bad for you. Stop going back. Stop trying to think that you can change them. Stop trying to think that maybe this time will be different, because it won't. They are going to be who they are. I'm sorry. I know you love them. I know you care about them. I know you love her. I know you care about her. Even if it's your children, even if it's some of your family members, of your friends, get away from them people. Get away from them. You understand what I'm saying? You let your light shine, and they will be uncomfortable, and that's okay. They may not want to see you because you're doing your thing, and that's okay. Sometimes you got to love people and back away and be gracefully. Man, look, it's cool, but, oh, man, what's up? What's your number? Or, hey, big head, what's your number? Listen, that was cool, but, I'd rather just leave things where we are. I'm okay. Oh, you think, no, it's not that. It's just, I'm focused. I'm focused. You have something to focus on. And that's more important than trying to rekindle a relationship that don't do you no good. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes your friends are more dangerous than your foe. Because at least you know where your enemies stand, but you don't know where your friends stand, with so-called friends. And if that's the case, stop calling people. Stop calling them and see who called you. I bet you if you stop calling them people, you'll see who your real friends is. And people always want to give you help, and I'm telling you, there's many tactics you can learn. People always people always gonna help you when you don't need a favor. As soon as you need a favor, then I gotta do this, that, and the third. Some people will look out for you. Some people, and be careful, because some people will lend you $20 just so they can borrow $200 later. And don't let that go over your head. Some people will call you, act like they're gonna help you. They'll give you $20, and then they'll need $200 next week. You understand what I'm saying? You know it. Understand who you are and accept who you are. And if nobody else go with you, go down that lonely road by yourself. You got this. I'm just being honest. Peace. And enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. It's yours. It's yours.